That's good.
All right, so we're gonna try to get some things done tonight. Dude, I waited till 9:30 almost to come down here to the garage. I'm about to turn on the Turbo John live chat so I can kind of try to monitor it and multitask and get some stuff done. It's so late this afternoon, but I'm gonna try to work on some of these vacuum lines and this vacuum block and just mess under this hood and get some of this stuff hooked up. So let's see what we can get done. All right, so this is what I think I'm gonna do. So I put in my panel that we built back here just to kind of lay it out, put some tape right there. You can see a couple marks. So I'm thinking we're gonna just mount this thing right here, okay? This black bar, and it'll blend in nicely against the panel when the tape's not there. And that's gonna allow us to kick them two center ones, okay, over under the intake. Now that's going to be for the blow-off valve and for the fuel pressure regulator. Fuel pressure regulator is right there, so it'll just go straight up to that. Nice easy run, and then we will figure out how to get the blow-off valve under there. Nice easy run. This one right here, this barb fitting, will go to this rubber line that I already have underneath there, just to make things simple for right now. If I ever take the intake back off, I will probably convert that over to one of these push connectors, you know, and it'll be easy just to unscrew this and then screw one in there and here, and I'll definitely clean it up. But y'all, I just don't feel like taking that thing back off right now for something so stupid when I already have this line literally hooked up under there for vacuum. So this rubber hose right there will be probably left long so that it'll give us some room if we have to take the intake off to move it around, but it will come into this block right here on the end, this nipple. So it'll come into that end. I'm gonna turn this one around, I think backwards, drill a hole in this panel so that this basically, you know, it sticks out a little past the block. I'm hoping that I can get this thing perfect. I guess I should drill this one first, and then I'll drill my holes up here to mount it. But that way, this is on the inside of the car. So we will take one of this rubber lines and come off to our map sensor. Now our map sensor gets plugged in on the inside of the car. I put some rubber fuel line over this little nipple because this does not fit over the nipple. I don't know how to connect this to this size nipple besides putting a fuel line over it, and then this goes in here pretty decently snug. It's not a stupid tight fit, but I do know that this is vacuum, meaning it's sucking, so it should, you know, tighten up a little bit. I mean, it doesn't have that much vacuum, I understand that, but I don't think it's gonna cause a problem. If it seems like this is leaking or y'all think this is gonna cause a problem, I'll go back and add maybe some gasket maker around this line and then push it in there, or super glue or something. But I really don't think this is gonna cause a problem at all, pushing that inside of here. And that's the only way I can think of right now until somebody corrects me on how to connect this hard line to this map sensor. So we'll run this through there, and then that way that will be on the inside, that will be plugged in, and that will get mounted on the carbon panel along with these bars, I'm guessing. We talked about that in a past video, and then I kind of just went nowhere, like just left it. I was thinking about putting these beside seats. I'll probably leave these alone for right now. This, I don't know where this should go either. Need to figure all that out. That's trans brake. See, this is where, okay, so this is what messes me up. I can make the wiring and I can route the wiring and I can put the ends on it. Me and somebody else were talking about this, and me and Randy were talking about it, but I don't know what wires go where. So I don't know what wires this takes. I know that this will control my trans brake or protect my trans brake. Has something to do with my trans brake. So I know that this has to do with the trans brake, but I don't know what wires go into this thing. Like, for y'all that know what wires go in here, then you know where this would probably be best put in the car, so you can have shorter wire runs. I was thinking about mounting this in a center console, you know, right there near the shifter, transmission, everything, you know, right there. But then again, maybe the firewall. I don't know. I probably would just go ahead and mount it on the firewall and then just run whatever wires to it. This is the reason why I put up the video about trading paintwork for wiring, because this is the area I struggle. I can mount this thing anywhere and I can run wires to it anywhere, but I don't know what wires go to this until I research this and look into what wires go to it. So I'm gonna pull that panel back out and do all this on the bench. All right, so it is 11 o'clock. We are working late tonight, about to be 11 o'clock. So we're gonna wrap this thing up for tonight and get back at it tomorrow. Here's what I got, just kind of wanted to show before I put it in the car. Of course, it's covered in fingerprints and dirty. Got the vacuum block, distribution block mounted up, and I've already test fitted in. We just went over where everything went. I got that fitting put in where it goes through, just like that, nice and clean. And then from the inside of the car, we now have our carbon piece mounted up. But we have our sensor line come through there. You know, like I said, it dives through there, then it is locked through there, comes through the panel, curves around and goes into there, and then that will just plug into there. So now this whole unit should just go in there, slip in, and then, you know, we went over where everything's connected at. So I think I'm gonna leave this out for tonight and not mess with it. Call it a wrap, because it is 11 o'clock. So, I mean, dude, it's, normally I try to quit at 10, but I got a late start, like I said, at 9:30, so I still put in an hour and a half tonight. Normally I put about an hour and a half every night out here. But yeah, I feel pretty good about how that turned out. And I've already test fitted in, so it looks pretty amazing. But maybe tomorrow night we will get the actual lines hooked up and the lines ran and all that, and then we'll be able to close that off for good and check that off the list. So bedtime for tonight. All right, so it is Friday afternoon. We just made it to the house. Idiots are speeding up and down the roads. We got the bed of the truck full of tires. So we got some brand new tires for the trailer. We got the trailer back home again. So we're gonna work on the trailer this weekend. We're gonna pause on this. So we left off with the board. We're gonna get that in at some point. It's looking like the weekend might be pretty nasty with rain and stuff. So if it ends up being too nasty to work on this, I'm hoping to get the wiring done and some stuff on the inside since it's gonna rain. Then we will for sure jump back on the car, but I'm trying to get the trailer done. I wanted to go over one thing with y'all real fast before we close out this video, because I'm gonna go ahead and dump what we did the other night, and we're not gonna do the trailer in this video, but I wanna go over one thing with y'all that I feel like I wanna make sure everybody knows. I'm pretty sure most people that watch this already know about this, but I have met multiple people that never really put two to two together or never really thought about it. So when you're building a car, okay, and you're ordering all these lines and you're ordering all these fittings and you're ordering all this stuff, obviously you have money or you're putting it on a credit card. So let's say you have the money in your bank. You're taking your money, and let's just use Summit Racing, okay, just keep this simple, and you're giving Summit Racing that $100 from your banking account to Summit Racing. $100, done transaction, you get a part. What I do and what I want to show y'all how big of a difference it can make is I'm always chasing new credit cards. So I have touched on this on my Facebook page briefly, but a lot of times I'm always chasing my Credit Karma, trying to get new credit cards that have bonuses. So you'll get stuff like if you spend $1,000 within 3 months, that you get a free $200. You know, you spend $3,000 within, I think me and the wife have one right now that if we spend $3,000 in 6 months, that we get $300 for free. So she has that card. I've already burnt through that $3,000 easily. But with the race card, I have a card that I stumbled across. It's a Discover card, and they told me that if I was approved, that for the first year, whatever I spent, whatever I earned on cash back, they would match. It. Okay, so if I earned 500 cash back, they're gonna give me 500 for free, plus my cash back I earned. So I walk away with $1,000 for that year. If I do 200, and we walk away with 400, you get the deal. It's basic stuff. A lot of people, think 1% cash back, 5% cash back. It's not that big of a deal. What I do with mine is I pay for all the fuel for the truck on that credit card, and I pay for all the parts on the car on the credit card, all of them. $3 fitting on the credit card. But I don't I don't really pay too much in interest, because if I order a $20 part for this car, laying in bed at night, then I'll order the part on the credit card and I'll immediately open the app right afterwards and pay $20 payment on the credit card. So the payment hits at the same time normally as the charge hits. So like when I pump fuel in the truck, if I put $100 in fuel in the truck, then as I'm pulling out the gas station, I swipe the card, put the fuel in the truck. As I'm pulling out the gas station, I go ahead and make a $100 payment on the card because it always has a running balance, so I can always make some. So a lot of times I'm paying $100 before the 100 even hits because gas stations take a little longer to hit. But there's certain months on this card, it's a Discover It card, that you can scrape off 5% on fuel, you can scrape off 5% on online purchases. When I did my motor with TKM, okay, what I did was, and on this card, paying with PayPal does not count as a cash advance. So there's been some other cards that I got a hold of that using PayPal is counted as a cash advance. Now, if you do business with TKM right here, okay, they will let you pay with friends and family, which is amazing. So you can pay your bill, you can send it to them for free. And they don't get a charge, you don't get a charge for that. Now, you'll get a charge for the PayPal transaction, I believe. So you have to do the math. But like when I went and picked my motor up, I don't remember the exact price, but it was $8,000 to $10,000. I think I shelled out. I had already chunked, I think like $2,000, $3,000, something like that. I don't remember exact details, but I already chunked a couple thousand at them right out the gate. So I didn't have to pay that whole ticket at once. I think I paid $4 to $6 when I actually picked it up, somewhere in there. I don't remember what it was. It was probably $6 or so. So I scraped back cash back off of that whole purchase. So even if you have the money, why take your 100 and give it to Summit Racing? What you need to do is take your, take your 100 and instead of giving it to Summit Racing, order from Summit Racing, give your 100 to your credit card company. Pay for Summit Racing with your credit card, okay? You have the money. Don't do minimum payments. That's how you get in trouble. Don't make payments. That's how you get in trouble. Now, I do on the car, I am more disciplined now, and I have got way better at it, but I started out with, I only spent $100 on the credit card if I had $100 in cash to immediately pay it. Now, I will spend up, $3,000. I don't like get past $3,000 or so on the car because I know I can knock that back down within a matter of a month or two. But I still don't like doing that. Normally, I don't like a running balance of around more than in the 2000s at the most, and because I know I can get out of that pretty decently quick. But I want to show you, I want to keep this short. I care about y'all. I want to share y'all information that might help you. I want to show you what cash back can add up to every year. I just got my bonus, my payout on this card, and I just want to flip you around and show you that when you think 1% or 5% ain't worth nothing, it actually can really help you on building this race car. So let me flip you around and show you. So apologize for the glare. There's not going to be any personal information on here that you'll see. My current running balance on my card is $1,410. Okay, my credit line's $8,000. It's nothing amazing. Available credit's $47. The cash back that I have right now is $512, and I'm about to show you that. One cool thing that I did just see is I ordered this months ago. So here's our torque converter for our race car. It is pending at 1833, so they just processed that today. So that's pretty cool that we might have a torque converter on the way here. But you can see some of my eBay purchases, okay? So $12.40, $26, $68, Circle K. There's a fuel one for $110. There's a payment of $700. So there's the, if you look right here, internet payment $110.87, and when I pay for my fuel, I make it the exact amount so it's easy to link. And I paid on May the 10th, which it shows that it hit May the 10th, but it actually didn't. It must have like backdated it or whatever. I paid before the charge even went through. So if you look right here, here's the cash back. They matched it. There's what I have scraped off. So they matched right here. Okay, so they tell you that congratulations, we matched all the cash back you earned from April to 26 and 21 to April of 2022. And that totaled up to $382 for free that they gave me. Meaning that I earned $382 in cash back, plus they gave me $382. You know, that totaled for the whole year of free money, $780 in free money. So you can see people cry about the 1% cash back and say it's not a lot. My 1% cash back is more than my 5% cash back, because on this card, your 5% cash back is only for certain months, actually, which we're not going to get too complicated in this. You know, we'll keep this short and sweet. But I just wanted to kind of show y'all the difference that putting your money on a credit card can actually make. You know, $780. We all know what we could personally do with $780, whatever situation we are in life. Much $780 could help you. I mean, I've got a pending charge of $1,800 for the torque converter for this race car. I got $780 cash back for this year. Meaning, if we want to use that example, for an $1,800 torque converter, I'm only going to pay $1,000 roughly, you know? It helps, man. So instead of just paying for your stuff right out, use the credit cards company's money, man, and get yourself some cash back. Now, I've had people on Facebook hit me up when I've posted that kind of stuff to help others, and they've always been like, what's the card that you use? What's the card you use? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in the link for the referral. I don't care if you do the referral or not. If you want to do the referral thing, what can end up happening is if you get approved, you get $50. If you're approved, I get $50. And I believe it doesn't even go against your credit by checking if you're approved or not. I know I did like 2 more cards last night and it didn't go against my credit. So you can read, or you can just go straight on your Credit Karma. I don't care. I'm not trying to sell you nothing. You can go on your Credit Karma and look for it. It's going to be a Discover It card. If you go that route, you might be able to see a promotion where they will do the match thing, because I don't know if the referral, if they'll do them. I don't know how the referral works. I don't. Okay. I'm not trying to sell it. I'm just saying that it's guaranteed if you use the link that you'll get 50, I'll get 50 if you're referred off my link. And you'll know that's the exact card. But check your Credit Karma. That's what I use. It gives me all my credit cards. It shows me the rewards. It shows me, you know, all that kind of stuff I can get back. And I'm checking it all the time, trying to get it. We have to build headers for this car, y'all. Headers are going to be about $3,000. I'm looking for a credit card. And that way I can scrape off some cash back off about $3,000 spent. Now, the guy building my headers, y'all are going to say this, he doesn't take credit cards. That's cool. I own a business. I use Square. You can too. So it's a whole nother topic, but Square is actually free. So Square will send you the little swipe thing for your phone to run cards for free, because you don't have to be a business owner. You can just get Square and they'll send you that swipe thing for free, and you can set up an account for free because they're going to scrape off fees. Now, what fees end up coming up to be is when we process a Square payment, we charge the customer 4%. The fee is actually, I think, somewhere between 2.8 and 3.8, depending on how that card is either swiped or manually inputted. So 4 is a safe bet. We never lose, and we only make pennies extra on going with the 4%. It's a safe bet to do your math on. So what I'll do is when I have to pay, if I have to pay Jason, let's say he's like, hey, you owe me $3,200. Okay, cool. I'll come pick the car up tomorrow or the next day, whatever. I mean, that's what you're all going to say. He's like over an hour away from me. I'm going to go ahead and process a Square payment on that credit card to myself, okay? That's going to put the cash in my bank account. Now I'm going to get a 4% fee, or whatever the fee is. It's going to be right around it. So I have to minus that out of what my bonus is going to be. But a lot of times these cards are, if you spend $2,000 or $3,000, you get like $300 or so. So 4% of that, sometimes, not always, sometimes, you know, it's only half of what you're getting back. So let's say the fee equaled out on your math to be a $150 fee to do Square, but you're getting $300. So you're walking away with a free $150. Whereas if you don't do that and you just pay Jason cash and you don't involve your credit card, you made nothing. It's stupid. So I'm going to run it through that credit card company, immediately go put my cash on the credit card to pay it off, and I'm going to scrape off them rewards. So I'll leave the link in the below for the referral if you want to use it. If not, check your Credit Karma for yourself. I'm not trying to sell you nothing. I'm just trying to help you out and show you something that a lot of people might not have even thought of, and how big of a difference it can actually make in a real world situation on a car that real world y'all watch me build. You watch me go through all this little stuff. Like, comment, subscribe, share, and I'll catch y'all on the next video. Thanks, y'all.